Hallo Klickenabendler, we are still at Horrible Guild. The next game is called Unicorn Fever, and I guess it's based on the first game which you published where we filmed you. Horse Fever, right?
Yes, exactly. It was back when we were still in Cranio Creations, another Italian company. And yes, it's a re-implementation of that game. The first we did in 2009. The part, if you know that game, the part of the race is the same. So there are each unicorn has odds. The faster unicorn is on the top, the slowest unicorn is at the bottom, and each round of the race, you flip a card, and each unicorn moves an amount of space determined by the card. In most cases,
the top is quicker.
The top is quicker, but sometimes this is not true. So statistics tell you this is the fastest one, but anything can happen actually. Your goal in the game is to place bets on these horses based on the odds. For each successful bet that you have, you gain money, of course, but also points. And the player with the most points at the end wins. What we changed is how the actions work. Now we made a more simple and streamlined and faster flowing rule set. You choose, when it's your turn, you choose one of these tokens, you take it, and then there are several effects that you may apply. One is to place bets. You can place win bets and show bets. Win bets give you more money, the slower the unicorn was in theory. If you make it win, but it has to win, and that's more difficult. It gives you more money, and it's worth 5 points. These other two tokens are the show bets, which are simpler because it's fine if the unicorn
second place or
yes,
third
exactly
place.
On the podium. But then it only gives you double the amount of money, and you only gain 3 or 2 points depending on which token you took. Then we have the play magic cards, which replaced the old action cards from Horse Fever. And these are the cards with which you basically fix the race and cheat and try to tweak the luck onto your side. There are good magic like this. Let's find a better one for the explanation. So, for example, this one. If you play this card on the red unicorn, we see that it should move 1 because it's the slowest one, but this card gives you a start plus 1, so it will move 2 instead of just 1. Or you can have negative cards, like for example start -1, which is the opposite of that. We have start with the lowest value on the card, so maybe you place that on the strongest unicorn, and then it suddenly moves like the worst one for the first round, or you can give them a boost when they cross the finish line, and so on. A lot of different effects, good or bad. And with these cards, you can try to veer the luck on your side and try to make the things go as you want them to go. Then you can also buy these contract cards that are a sort of synthesis of all the other kinds of cards in the Horse Fever. They give you new ways to make points, special powers to use during the game. There are 5 clans in the game. There are fairies, gnomes, leprechauns, witches, and always forget one. No matter.
Leprechauns?
Just already told. Don't worry about it. You choose only 2 anyway each game, and each deck, each clan is themed around different things. So if there are the leprechauns in the game, you will have a lot of ways to gain money. Exactly. The fairies all deal with magic cards, and you get the idea. The game lasts 4 races, no, this is actually different. It was longer, Horse Fever. And one new thing is that at the beginning of each round, you look which unicorn is the slowest, and that unicorn has his card flipped on the other side, and it gains a special ability. So, for example, this unicorn, when it crosses the finish line and it is in fever mode, so with the power, it moves 3 additional spaces. So this has an advantage at the end of the race. If you know that in advance, you may then play your magic cards to try to give him an advantage also during the race, because if it's the lowest one, it will move slower. You have to help him. But this will maybe make it easier to make big surprises and gain a lot of money and points from your bets. This is it, basically. We had a Kickstarter campaign for this game in September. Yes, September. And we are going to production soon, so it should release in July, also in German. But now with the whole coronavirus thing, we have been hearing that maybe the factories will be closed for longer, which is of course okay, safety of people comes first. But maybe the game will be delayed a little bit because of this unfortunate situation. But apart from that, the game is almost ready and we will go to production soon. These are 3D printed prototypes, but maybe I can show you them later. We have the first production samples of the real unicorns, and we also have
big ones.
Yes, the giant unicorns we had during the Kickstarter. We also have them here to show.
So they are just for decoration?
Yes, they are for decorations. They are also real toys. You can. They have a base if you want to display them on your shelf, but you can also just remove the base. It's not glued, and you can give it to your son or daughter as a puppet. It has soft plastic, so it's really a toy. So you can use it as a toy for children, or if you like nice things, as we all do, you can also display them on your shelf. They are wonderful and lovely and cute. I love them.
And that are all your new games which you are planning for this year?
Yes. Well,
so thanks for your time.
Thanks for you for coming by as usual.
See you latest in October, I guess.
Of course, and maybe in some other events that
can always happen.
Yes.
Would be nice.
Yes.
All right. Wish you a nice fair.
You too. And this is the second to last day, so almost over, but
yes,
keeping strong. Nice fair so far.
We will. Okay, great. See you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.